All right, geometry test review together. Number 1, find the expression for the perimeter. Ethan, Zaria, what word should I circle? Perimeter. Andrea, what does perimeter mean? Good. Dylan, what do I have to remember to do on this one? Very good. Got to fill in the other side. So, Chad, what do I write for this side? Good. So, make sure you're doing that on your own paper, filling it in. Haley, what else do I have to put up here? Good. So, you have to fill in the other sides before you add them. Good. Okay, Chuck, what gets added together? Good. Let's add them all together, Chuck. What will that give us? Very good. 4y squared. Very good, Chuck. So we've added all the y squares together. That gives us 4y squared. Ethan H., what else do I add together? Yeah, how did you get that? You have to put 2y together with, which gives you 4y. Look, I got 4y squared because I've added, perimeter means to add them all together, right? So y squared, y squared, y squared, y squared gives me 4y squared. Then I add these two and it gives me 4y. I'm just doing it, I'm combining like terms. You good? Okay. And Gracie, what else has to go together? Good. -3, -4, -3, and -4. Okay? Anybody already got that? -14. Good. Okay? -14. All right, so that's the answer to number 1. Okay? All right, number 2. Mr. Williams is running water out to his garage. The main water hookup is at 3.4, and the garage water hookup is at 6.7, 9.8. What length of pipe does he need for this project? Dylan, do you know what the key word is on this one? Very good. The length. Guys, remember on your formula sheet, is length on here? Yeah. What does length go with? Distance, okay? Length means to do the distance formula, okay? Length means to do the distance, okay? All right, so I'm going to do square root, parentheses. Gracie, what 2 numbers go in the first one? Very good. And guys, you can have decimals because the calculator is going to take care of it. So don't worry about there being decimals. So 3 and 6.7. Haley, what else? What goes in the second parentheses? Okay. So you would just type it in the calculator with the decimals. All right, so go ahead and take a minute and type in your calculator. Did y'all get 47.33? Okay. And then what's the square root of that? Very good, guys. Okay. Any questions on that one? Okay. Number 3, the area of a trapezoid is found using the formula A equals 1/2 h B1 plus B2, where A is the area, H is the height, and B1 and B2 are the lengths of the bases. And it should say, sorry, that should not be on there. Write an expression that represents the area. Okay? All right, so Ethan H., what would be a good thing to do first? Very good, thank you. Write down the formula we're using. A equals 1/2 h B1 plus B2. Okay? Chad, what's something else we can put in the formula? Yes. Let's do it in order, Chad. So what goes in for the H? the 2. H is height, and it says there's a 2 right there. Okay? Chuck, what goes in for B1? All right, x minus 7. And Andrew, what has to go right after the x minus 7? A plus. This plus has to drop down, so you have to put a plus right there. And Gracie, what comes after that? Good. X plus 5. All right, Haley, do you remember what I do next? Which part? Everything or? Okay, we can only put the first part in the calculator. You can't put x's in the calculator, so we can only do 1/2 times 2. What's 1/2 times 2? 1. Okay, so you don't even have to write that, but you can. And then we have to do what's in this parentheses. Andrew, what are we doing inside this parentheses? Chad? Good, combining like terms. So guys, what's x plus x? 2x. What's negative 7 plus 5? Negative 2. Okay? When you multiply that by 1, it doesn't change anything. You're still left with 2x minus 2. Okay? Okay. I'll move you up to the front if you don't write it down. Let's go. Oh, wonderful. Okay. All right. Number 4. The halfway point between parking lots at Salem Lake is located at 3, -11. The parking lot in Kernersville is located at -11,9. What are the coordinates of the Winston parking lot? Chuck, what's the keyword on this one? Yes, halfway. Dylan, what does halfway mean we have to do? Thank you, Dylan. All right, Gracie, what else do we need to do on this one? Yes, draw a line. All right, guys, I know we have a little bit of trouble with these. Let's read the first sentence. Read the first sentence. Start at the beginning. The halfway point between the parking lots at Salem Lake is located at 3, -11. What does that mean about 3, -11? It's the halfway point. So where should 3, -11 go? In the middle. Okay. Then the next sentence says the parking lot in Kernersville is located at -11,9. Does it matter where I put -11,9? No. Can I put it here? Yes. Can I put it here? Yes. Okay. It'll give you the same answer either way. I'm going to put it right here, but it doesn't matter where you put the next one. Okay. All right. Can anybody tell me the next key step on this one? X and Y on the ends. Very good. I think some other people said it too. X and Y goes on the ends. X and Y goes on the ends. Okay, good. All right. Let me have Haley. What am I putting into the formula? Very good, because I don't know what that X is. Divided by 2. Very good. I know what it equals. It equals 3. Whenever you have a letter here, you're also going to have an equals over there. Okay. Ethan H, what goes in the other one? Perfect. Excellent job. Okay, Chuck, help me with this one. Okay, and? Very good. All right, that gives me 6, and I'll drop down -11 plus x. Andrea, what else do I do on this one? And do what with it? Perfect. So that gives me x equals 17. Very good. Okay. All right, Gracie, help me with this one. Uh-huh. Good. So that gives you negative 22. Drop down the 9 plus y. And Dylan, what else do I have to do on this one? What's with the y? So how do I move that? Minus it. Good. Which gives me negative 31. Okay. We got it? Okay. All right. Number 5, a basketball has a diameter of approximately 9.4 inches. What is the approximate volume of the basketball? Use V equals 4/3 pi r to the third, where V is the volume and r is the radius. Okay, anybody know what would be helpful to do first? Good, write down the formula. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, what number did they give us? 9.4. What is 9.4? Very good. 9.4 is the diameter. So let's think about a circle. The diameter does what on a circle? The whole thing. So this whole thing is 9.4. Okay. Does V stand for diameter? Does R stand for diameter? No. Okay. R stands for what? Radius. Okay. So we got to take this step by step. If this is 9.4, what does a radius do on a circle? It goes halfway. It goes halfway. So the radius would just be that part. So I have to divide this by 2. So let's do that first. 9.4 divided by 2. 4.7. All right. So Gracie, 4.7 is the what of the circle? Diameter or radius? Good. 4.7 is the radius. So Andrew, 4.7 can go in for what letter? R. Very good. So I drop down the 4/3, I drop down the pi, and then I put 4.7 in the R spot. Okay. All right, Chad, what do we do next? Very good. You just type it in the calculator. You already have the letter by itself. You don't have to do any more work. You just type this in the calculator. 4/3. Thank you, Chuck, Haley, Gracie typing it in, Andrea, good. Thank you for writing it down, Dylan. Okay. 4/3 pi 4.7 to the third. All right, so you get 434 point, sorry, what? Point what? 8, which rounds to 435, which is B. Okay. All right, number 6. What is the perimeter of the following figure? Dylan, what does perimeter mean? Good. Add all the sides. Chuck, what else do I have to do on this problem? Good. Label your points. All right, Chuck, help me with this one. What do you think its points are? Very good, Chuck. 5, -3. Okay. All right, Andrea, help me with C. What do you think its points are? Very good, Andrea. 1 and 4. Ethan H., help me with D. Very good. Good job, guys. -7, 3. And Haley. Very good. -3, -4. Okay. All right, Gracie, what do I have to do after all the points? Good. What do you mean? Oh, okay. Always helpful. Chad, what else do I have to do? Do you know? Okay, anybody? Can't add them yet. Square root formula. Which sides do I have to do the square root formula on? All of them. You got to do the square root formula for that one, for that one, for that one, and for that one, because you have to add all the sides. So you got to do square root formula for all of them. Okay. Gracie and Andrea, you do the bottom one. Dylan and Chad, you do this left side. Chuck and Zaria, you do the top. Haley and Ethan H, you do this side. Haley and Ethan H, y'all had this side, right? What did y'all get? Haley, you concur? All right, 8.06. What was the number in the square root? 65. Okay, Chuck, which one did you have? What did you have? 8.66? Well, oh, so same thing. You had 65 in there. Okay. Dylan, which one do you have? All right, what did you get? What did you get? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, and then you get 8.06. Is that what you said? Okay. And Andrea, you got the bottom one? What you got? All right, yeah, that's what I thought. They're all the same, okay? All right, so we have all the sides. We have to do one last easy peasy step. What is it? Add them all up because it said perimeter. Add them all up. 8.06 plus 8.06 plus 8.06 plus 8.06. Yes. What do we got? No, the decimals don't work that way, I don't think. What did you get? Is it? Oh. Sorry, Ethan H. My apologies. Okay, so that's your final answer, 32.24. Okay? All right. Number 7, given the vertices 0, 4, 3, 5, 1, 1, what is the midpoint of the longest side of the right triangle? Chuck, what do we have to do? Good. We draw one or we have to graph it? Why do we have to graph it? You're correct. Why? Good. We have to graph it to figure out what the longest side is. Okay? All right. All right. Let me do a graph up here. 0, 4. 4 goes on the Y. 3, 5, and 1, 1. All right, the longest side is the one that's the hypotenuse, the diagonal. So the longest side is this blue one up here. Dylan, which 2 points make that side? Very good, Dylan. 1, 1, and 3, 5 are the 2 points that make the longest side. And Chad, what else do we have to do on this problem? Why? All right, it says midpoint. So you got to do 3, 5, and 1, 1. All right, very good. Haley, what do we do next? What's the formula? Very good. So Gracie, what goes in for x plus x? Very good. And Ethan H, what goes in for y plus y? Okay. And Andrew, tell me what you get for the answer. What? You typed in the wrong, remember what points you told me to use? Okay. All right, so that answer to that one is B, 2, 3. I don't know if yours is multiple choice or not. Okay, Number 8, the circumference of a circle is approximately 18.84. What is the approximate diameter of the circle? Chad, what do we do first? Yep. Guys, there's a typo. It should say 2 pi r is the formula. C equals 2 pi r. Is it correct on your sheet? Yeah, okay. C equals 2 pi r. Dylan, what number do they give you? And it's the what, Dylan? The circumference. 18.84 is the circumference. So, Gracie, where do I put 18.84 in the formula? For the C or the R? Very good. 18.84 goes in for C. Okay? Chuck, what letter are we trying to get by itself? Very good. So, Chuck, what has to move away from R? How do I move it? Very good. You divide by 2 pi. You got to use parentheses in the calculator when you divide. Somebody tell me what you get. 18.84 divided by 2 pi. Okay. So that means the answer must be A. What? No. Why is it not? Is it A? It's not A. It is not A. What does R stand for? Radius. So the radius is 2.99. You can round that to 3. What is the question asking? It's asking for the diameter. So if I draw my circle, the radius is 3. The radius is 3. Diameter goes all the way across. If this is 3, how much is this side? 3. So what's 3 plus 3? C. All right, last one. Find the area of a right triangle with vertices 13, -1, -9, 3, and -3, -9. Andrea, tell me something important on this one. Good. Why do you have to graph it? What's the formula for area of a triangle? So I have to graph it to figure out what the base and height are. Okay, so I have to graph this one. So 13, -1, -9, 3, and -3, -9. All right, so Haley, what else do I want to know about this one? Guys, you don't have to graph this one. You can just look up here on the board. You don't have to graph it yourself. Good. Haley, which one is the base and the height? This one's kind of hard to tell. Where do we think the square goes? I think the square goes here. Y'all agree with that? All right. You think it's here? All right, so that graph was wrong. 13, -1, -9, +3, -3, -9. Yep. Oops. Okay, so okay, so the box actually goes down here. We drew it on paper. Okay. Okay, so Ethan H., where would the base and height be now? $13, -1. Okay, so that is the base, and this would be the height. Okay. All right. Gracie, Andrea, Dylan, and Chad do the base. Find out how long it is. Chuck, Zaria, Haley, and Ethan do the height. Figure out how long it is. All right. Somebody tell me about the base.
The base is 320, and then you square that
17.8. Anybody second that? Anybody get that too? Okay. What about the height?
180.
Okay. So after you get the base and the height, Chuck, I'm up here. I'm almost done. After you get the height and the base, you have to put them into this formula. So you write 1/2. Chad, what goes in for the base? And for the height, you put in 13.4, and then you type all that in your calculator. So let's go. Type it in. Last problem. Type it in. 1/2, 17.8, 13.4.